Hey everybody, it's Ashley Sturgis here. It's been a little while since I've popped on to Facebook Live. I was on a little bit of a hiatus, and so I'm a little bit nervous today because when I take breaks from these lives, I tend to get a little bit nervous when I come back. So anyway, I'm bringing on a guest today. You guys have met her before. Jennifer Galindo is joining us, and we are going to talk about this amazing, strong woman's journey to success. There she is. I'm going to go ahead and bring her on, I think, if it's going to work. Let's see. Oh yeah, bring her on camera. Oops. So we're going to be talking to Jennifer about her story and her journey to success, to hopefully inspire some of you who are watching, who may be on your journey to success and maybe struggling with some things, or maybe you just want to hear somebody else's story. Hey, Jennifer.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh my gosh, it's so hot.
It is so hot. Yes, I was going to hide out in my car to do this live, but it wasn't happening because I'm sweating. It's hot, hot, hot. It's still, I mean, it's close to 100 degrees at 7 o'clock at night here still.
Yuck.
So yeah, Ken, I am sitting in a nice place. I went swimming today, and it was almost too hot to swim. So, but it's beautiful, that's for sure. So how are you, Jennifer?
Everything's great. How's it going with you?
It's going so well. I was letting everybody know that I took a little hiatus from Facebook Live, so I'm nervous. So I'm glad you're joining me, and I can't wait to hear and share your story with both of our networks and anybody else who might watch this. So I haven't really introduced you. I did let everybody know that you've been on before. You're an educator. We actually met in college. Jennifer came to my wedding. She's a dear friend. And Jennifer, I'm kind of just going to let you dive in and share as little to as much as you would like to about your journey to success, because I've heard it and it's an amazing story. You've overcome many obstacles to get to where you are. You're a strong, independent, wonderful individual, and I would love for you to share what you would like to share with the network about where you started and your journey to where you are now.
Wow.
Yeah,
well,
go for it.
It's kind of a long story, 51 years in the making, but I'm really thankful to you to open up your heart and invite me to talk about things. It's really funny how you don't realize what you've been through in your life until you overcome something. And I've learned so much about how to be a successful human being. And um, I just, I'm almost speechless. It's really kind of funny. I'm not a shy person. It's not hard for me to talk about myself, but it's also not something I like to do. I really enjoy learning from others and talking to others, and I really want to break down everything that makes a person feel shy or timid or afraid. And basically, what I really want to share is all the mistakes that I've made in my life and what I can do to open up and welcome others. I feel a little bit timid sometimes talking about some of the private things that have happened in my life. So I'll just start by saying this. I spent 18 years married to a person with schizophrenia and overcoming an abusive marriage and helping my children overcome being abused by their father, and all of the journeys that I have made to try to be not only a good mother and a good Christian and a good person and a good friend and a good wife, but all of those things also impacted what I do for a living. I'm a teacher and I'm an educator, and I'm someone who has put 3 decades of my life into helping others grow and learn and be the best people that they can be. And it's what I enjoy doing more than anything. So I'll start with that.
And you're amazing at it. Amazing.
One of the, I'm sorry, my dog keeps scratching on the door. One of the things that I think is really difficult for anyone is realizing that you learn the most from the biggest mistakes that you make. And I spent so many years feeling ashamed or unsuccessful or didn't, no matter how much I gave. And it took an attempt on my life and my children's life to kind of shaken me to awaken me, and teach me there's nothing shameful about going through the fire.
Yeah.
I think one of the hardest things about learning about yourself is how can you be awake to what's happening to you and help yourself get through the most difficult things that come your way. I know that everybody has desires and dreams and aspirations and thoughts about, okay, well, I should do something different, or I should do something more, or I should do something strong, or I should do something for others. And I think one of the things that has really helped me become successful in helping others was learning to listen to myself and learning to see what's happened to me that I can pay forward to others. Like, how can I help other people see what I see in them? And I think that as women and as people, to help each other, like, for example, you and I have had some conversations recently about some choices that we've made in our lives, business decisions or professional decisions or personal decisions, mothering decisions, difficulties we went through giving birth, or difficulties we went through in our interpersonal relationships. And it's really interesting to me how, when I would say things to you about things that I saw about you, and then you would say things to me about things you saw about me, it was really amazing how you don't realize what someone else gives to you before you share some of these really crazy personal things.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I remember this conversation recently, and you were sharing some of your perspective about me and my life and my things going on, and I felt blindsided. I almost couldn't believe what I was hearing, and I'm like, wait, what? It's me, like my life. What are you talking about? And it's so true. I almost wish we had this window to look into our own life It's so easy to look at others and want to help them in the way that we think is going to be helpful to them. And those of us with big hearts, I would argue we all have those big hearts. It's just a matter of sifting through things in life to allow ourselves to use those hearts that we have and that compassion that we have for others. But it could be argued that it's much easier to use our compassion towards others and helping them than it is to see what's going on in our own life. So I completely remember feeling like what you're explaining when you were sharing with me your perspective on me as a person.
I think one of the best things we ever do for another person is to say, you awakened this perspective in me, or you opened my eyes to something that I didn't even realize was important or realize was growing within me, or I didn't even realize it was something that I could bring to life in someone else. And I think those are some of the things that I think make me feel like it's the greatest gift I have to give, is my ability to create and build those relationships and confidence in others. And I think I have a unique ability to understand people's perspectives and show them sometimes going through the worst thing you can imagine is the best thing that can happen to you, because it helps you understand and put into perspective what is important and what isn't, what matters and what doesn't, and why.